What's up, guys? What's up, boys? Another week in the books. That was week 6, moving on to week 7. A crucial week. We're right in the middle of the season. Things are getting good. Things are heating up. Things are, getting kind of crazy, kind of wild.
There you go. Hey, this guy gets 2 wins and he starts fucking wearing a costume.
We are the Well-Mannered Cartel. Fuck you, Chris. I'm Tom.
I'm Mike.
I'm Marlon.
I'm Chris.
All right, let's look at the week 6 recap. Let's go into Chris's. The Bad Hombres 153 over Vino Poppy 145. Chris.
Dude, it was a close one, man. It was a lot closer than I was expecting, to be honest with you. I ended up pulling it out, but it was nerve-wracking, man. It was one of those where, like, I didn't want to watch the game because, like, I didn't want to jinx it or something. Like, I was just like, plus the Cowboys were playing like shit, but I was like, I don't even want to look at the score because I'm going to fucking lose. And like, it was one of those, it was very stressful, but my saving grace, Nicole Hardman put up a goose egg for him. And that kind of did him in there, but he had some overachievers, man, for sure.
It's ironic you say that though, because you were like, if he wants to win, McCall Hardman's the kind of person you want to put in, and it's ironic that he goes out and gives him 0 points.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, but dude,
what I thought of last week too that I didn't bring up on the pod was that he traded Derrick Henry to Haley, and I don't understand why he did that.
Yeah,
like Haley definitely won that trade.
I think we stress a lot how important a running back is to your roster.
Yeah.
We talk about that like almost every week. And so I guess he wanted Michael Thomas really, really bad, but he gave away a star running back, which is, if Michael Thomas was healthy, even then, I mean, I'm not sure. It's just, I don't know. You don't trade a running back. You don't trade an RB1 like that away.
Right. Yeah. You got to get a haul for sure. But he started Keelan Cole. And he actually did really well for him. Got him 31 points, receiver for the Jags. Travis Kelce did Travis Kelce things, got him 20 points. CeeDee Lamb chipped in with 13. And the Giants defense got him 15 points. So, I mean, his team did well. James White got him 15 points. That's pretty good from James White. So, like, it was a lot closer than I was expecting it to be. Josh Allen underperformed, only got me 18 points. Ezekiel Elliott, my goodness, 2 fumbles within like a three carry span. Only got 10 points for me. Kind of worried me there a little bit. But everybody else kind of just did their job. Prater put up 11 points. The Dolphins defense got me 15, and my IDP got me 14. So, I mean, every freaking touchdown mattered in this matchup, and I was hoping to blow them out, but it wasn't meant to be.
Jose Vino Poppy, he played his best possible lineup, so that was the max points. He left 4 points on the bench, which is from his second kicker on his roster. His roster was 2 kickers. Chris, you left quite a few points on the bench.
I did, man. I started Justin Jefferson the week before against Seattle, a great matchup. He only got 6 points against Seattle, but he went off against Atlanta. Some of that was garbage time, but he ended up with 52 points, man. Rookie wide receiver out of LSU, I think. Now plays for the Vikings. And then Rojo, man, Ronald Jones, 3 100-yard games in a row now. I think he might be the real deal, dude. He got 36 points against Green Bay. Not a bad defense. I mean, not a great defense, but I mean, definitely not a shitty one. 36 points there. Definitely making my start sit decisions a little harder now because he's performing pretty well. So yeah, I'm probably gonna start Rojo this week. We'll see. But you know what, man? I'm glad that I didn't have to play against Russell Wilson in week 6. I got lucky there that Russell Wilson was on a bye. I will say that.
Josh Allen looks very human again. So,
he does, but hey, buddy, he's got the Jets.
He'll bounce back. He'll bounce back this week. I was about to say. So that leaves Bad Hombres 5-1. on the year. Vino Papi drops to 3-3. The next matchup we're looking at is Dem Lions, 126, crossfaded 84 points.
Oh my!
I think that's the lowest score of the season so far.
Yeah, Mike Evans got him 2 points, man. Did he get hurt? I didn't watch much of that game, or was he just not involved? 2 points, man. That's rough from Mike Evans. And then Alexander Madison also did not live up to the hype.
This was his time to shine, man. But I don't think that the Vikings were thinking they were going to get blown out by the Falcons. Yeah. I didn't think the game plan was to be playing from behind, So even then, that was still really, really disappointing for Madison, I think. Will Fuller put up 37 for Dem Lions. That was a big performance for him. And Miles Sanders put up 23 before he got injured. But otherwise, man, low scoring affair, I think, 126 to 84. That's crossfaded, had a lot of bias to deal with. I think that's why his score was so low. But even then, you got to get 90, man, right?
Damn, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's rough, dude. It was rough. Ebron got him 2.9 points. I mean, his Rams defense didn't get him a single point. It was a rough week for crossfaded, uncharacteristic week for him.
Yeah. He had on the bench, he had Breeze, Kamara, and Keenan Allen. So those are three major players on the squad.
Contributors, yeah.
So
on the Dem Lions, man, Juju. I mean, he's surviving. Juju got him 2.6 points. Man, what the hell happened to that guy, right? Like, it's crazy. His struggles continue. 2 catches, 6 yards. Yeah. Juju Smith-Schuster went in the, second round, right? I mean, I think he went in the second round.
Yeah, he's early round. I think second round, yeah.
Yeah, that's rough from Juju.
Poo-poo Smith-Schuster.
Oh, man. That's good.
So that's Dem Lions is 3-3 on the year, crossfaded, falling behind in the division 2-4. The next matchup is Flint Tropics 131, Peaky Blindside 152. So Peaky Bees, man, 3 straight. That's rolling.
3 straight, man. He's rolling outside of the division. Yeah, Deshaun got him 53 points. I mean, that helps,
Yeah, I don't think Deshaun is on the trade block anymore.
It was like, right? But I was telling Chris, it's like Deshaun Watson was like trying to get Bob fired, he was like
sandbagging.
He's gone off. Plotting. Yeah. He was plotting.
Dude. I mean, these last 2 weeks he's been great.
Falling out.
But yeah, 53 points for Deshaun. Who else? Burton had 21 as tight end. Trey Burton had 21.
That's yeah.
That was his second highest scorer.
And his kicker, Bullock, got him 12, and the Ravens got him 11. I mean, everybody else kind of just did okay. It was basically just Deshaun Watson and Trey Burton, man. That was the bulk of his points.
Tyreek only scored 5.5 because the Chiefs only ran the ball that game, which is crazy. We've never seen that from the Chiefs before.
Right.
It was good for my team, though. It's good for my team. We'll get
Tyreek's been kind of mediocre all year long, though. All this season, he's kind of been saved by the touchdowns. Kind of
like that last year too, though. He had kind of an up and down year last year too.
Dude, I heard he's only getting like 6 targets a game or some shit like that. Like, he's not really getting a lot of targets.
He's definitely a boom player, and I don't think he's like going to be the exception on that roster. Like boom or bust players across that receiving core. Tyreek's not going to be the exception. He's not getting those big boom plays this year, and maybe it's because he's only getting 6 targets a game. So
I could see him falling in the draft next season.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those players where, I mean, if you look at his points, I mean, he's putting up good points for the year,
but it's uneven.
But it's because of the touch. It's because of the touchdown. Like I think he had a touchdown in every game up until this week, and he only got 5 points this week. You know what I mean? So I don't think he can keep up scoring a touchdown every single game. And if the targets aren't going to increase, then he's probably going to give you some more disappointing weeks like this. So hopefully he gets, for his sake, for Peaky's sake, hopefully Tyreek gets more looks. But it looks like like you said, Tom, it looks like the Chiefs are falling in love with their run game, man.
Well, I mean, if they're forced to run like the Bills knew what they had to do to stop their passing game, so Casey was like, okay, and it was raining, so that adds to it. But Casey was like, okay, we'll try to stop our run, try to stop the running game, and Buffalo didn't have an answer for it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at Deshaun, he had 53 points. On the other side,
Ryan
Tannehill played Tannehill, who had 46.6, man. So he kind of balanced that Deshaun score out a bit. Mixon 14.9. Terry McLaurin, 15.4. Boyd only had 12.9 for him. Evan Ingram, 5. Godwin, 9. Randall Cobb, 10. So, and the Titans had -2 points because Deshaun, went off on them.
I was going down the points, and I was like, where did he lose it? Because, it looks like they were pretty even, and then I got down to the defenses. It was -2 points for the Titans.
And everybody else
spread right there, yeah.
Everybody else on his roster just kind of slightly underperformed. It wasn't just like a bomb. Just like a couple of points under projected. So I mean that'll do it. And then Deshaun just kind of won the game for Peaky on that one. So that's 3 straight for Peaky. He's 3-3 now. Clint Traffics also drops to 3-3, and he had a really good start. We were talking about how his roster kind of didn't look as strong as his record would suggest, and I think finally that's kind of catching up to
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next matchup is the Bangkok Ladyboys 102. The Bangkok Ladyboys
upset
only scored 102 points. The Fornicators 139. So not an amazing performance by the Fornicators, but this looked like the Ladyboys from last year, guys.
Dude, this was this is probably the upset of the season, right? Yeah. I mean, the Fornicators are 1-4. The Ladyboys were 5-0 going into the week. It looked like it was going to be a blowout, but Aaron Rodgers had a rough game, dude. Aaron Rodgers had a rough game for him.
The Fornicators texted me, and he's like, "They are who they thought they were." He was like, exactly the same team, bro.
No, I wouldn't go that far. But
the Ladyboys from last year went back to the future, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a rough going for him.
Dude, Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers put up 1.8 points.
He's been having 50, 60 bangers, all season, and then
and that's because he started that game off so strong, and then he did that little dance, and then it was down from there.
Completely unexpected. Gurley only got him 9.7.
Yeah, Gurley got him 9 points. It was. I know Gurley came back down to earth after the good week he had in week 5. But I think I mentioned this to you, Tom, where it's crazy to think about. The Ladyboys scored just over 100 points, 102 points, and the kicker on the Ladyboys scored 20 points. That's fucking insane. That's rough.
Dude. Over 100, man.
20% of the points came from your kicker.
20 of the points came from the kicker.
If it wasn't for his kicker, he probably would have scored fewer points than Crossfader this week.
Yeah,
which would have been crazy. Yeah. His kicker saved him from that.
For sure.
Hopkins only had 2 receptions for 73 yards, and he only had 10 points for him. Calvin Ridley, respectable 18.9, and Ertz only had 8.3 for him. So, yeah, it was a rough going for Bangkok Ladyboys. Patrick Mahomes, you're expecting him to go off when the Fornicators wins, but he only had 24.6 points for him. James Conner, 27. Yeah. So
right. And I think the thing also with the Ladyboys, though, he had a couple of injuries. Mostert was injured, left the game. Ertz injured. I mean, Ertz wasn't having that great of a season anyway, but, he's dealing with some injuries. And then, obviously, that uncharacteristic performance by Rodgers, it was too much for him to overcome. And the Fornicators, man, that's the upset of the year, man. I don't know if we're going to get a bigger upset than this. That was just pretty crazy. He took his O.
The Bucks put up 20 points for the Fornicators.
Yeah, that's some defense right there, man.
That's a great showing for him. That he was playing. They were playing against Aaron Rodgers, so there goes that. So yeah, Bangkok falls. Down goes Frazier. They dropped to 5-1. The Fornicators 2-4 on the year. The next matchup is Gridiron Throne 109, LVU 183. A good old-fashioned Texas ass-whooping, boys.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, what's there left to say, man? What's there left to say?
Well, I mean, you said it was the toilet bowl, and I said speak for yourself, rightfully so.
You manifested this. Yeah, dude. I tuned out very early on Sunday when I saw my 3 wide receivers put up 10 points collectively, and I tuned out the rest of the day. As much as I love Ty, he's finally off my roster. I don't know what else there is to say, man. When you can't get points out of your wide receivers, you're not going to win in fantasy football.
Yeah, I think Lamar too. He had the bonus. He had 100 on the ground. So if it hadn't been for him, you wouldn't have gotten that 10 extra points. Fitzpatrick disappointed me with only 22. Chris, you jinxed me, man.
All right, brother.
Now you're good. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a great performance and didn't get into the end zone. They called another touchdown back for him. I think that's the 3rd time this season where they called TD back for him because of holding. But he still scored 30.9 because he had 161 yards, 26 carries. Julio Jones went off 46.7. And then Kenyon Drake went off 41.4.
Like I said, I kind of tuned out, after pretty early. But last time I looked at the app, I think you were projected to score like 140 something points. So I was like, oh, okay, it's not going to be that bad. So imagine my surprise as I checked today and I see what the actual score was.
Surprise!
Shit. Dan Bailey only scored 1 point for me, and David Montgomery, I thought he was going to have a much better game than he did against Carolina.
Gasecki goosed you, bro. Gasecki
goosed you. He egged me. So I cut his ass. Yeah. With that said, LVU's 2-4. Gridiron Throne is 1-5. The last matchup we're looking at is Over Easy 181, Goulon Santo 168. Marlon.
Close, but
close. It was disappointing, man. What can I say? The Buffalo looked trashy as hell. It was just I didn't get much out of Devontae Adams because the Packers also looked crappy as hell. It was just bad all around. I mean, I got 36 points off of Kyler Murray.
What's crazy about that is that he scored 37 points for you, and he only had 9 completions the entire game.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
He had 24 9 completions.
Holy shit.
The guy ran a good bit and did some touchdowns.
He did Kyler Murray things, right? I mean, that's why he's such a great quarterback to have, because he can run.
And you went up against Derek fucking Henry, man. So that's gonna do you in every time, dude. I can't. I said a little while ago, I can't believe
Derek Henry against the Texans defense. Also, man, it was a terrible run defense. Derek Henry had his best game of the season. He had a 94-yard touchdown run. I mean, that was incredible. But it's tough.
And then I left Tim Patrick on the bench. Had I put him instead of Preston Williams, that would have won me the game. But c'est la vie. Disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's how it goes.
I mean, Haley, Matt Ryan put up 50 points, and Derek Henry put up 60 points. So 64 points. Everybody else did kind of crappy, dude. Like for her too. Like she didn't have her. It wasn't like a huge blow. Like that. All her players performed greatly. It was just those two.
Other than Justin Tucker, the kicker got 16 points. That's pretty good from the kicker.
Yeah.
So between those three,
her team wasn't performing that well, and she was kind of down. So I'm going to fucking lose this week. And I was like, it's early. You still have Derrick Henry playing against the Texans.
Yeah.
And then he went off, and then Matt Ryan went off against freaking Vikings. So there's that, man. Toulon, you dropped to 2-4. Over Easy's now 5-1. So let's have a look at the standings now. In the Earth Division, Vino Papi remains at the top of this division. Actually, there are no changes to the standings in terms of placement. But Vino Papi's 3-3, top of the Earth Division, 962.9 points scored. Dem Lions 3-3, 814.1 points scored. The Fornicators 2-4, 876.36 points scored, and then LVU 2-4, 780.58 points scored.
Yeah,
so
that division is wide open for the taking. Anyone can take it.
Everybody in this division, I'm sorry. Vino Poppy lost against Chris. I was about to say we all won our games this week. The win division, Bad Hombres 5-1, 1090.94 points scored. He is now the leading scorer in the league once again. Over Easy 5-1, 966.42 points scored. Peaky Blindside 3-3, 977.56 points scored, and Crossfaded at 2-4 with 904.56 points scored. So that division, like I said, looks exactly the same. Again, this is a really good division. I think right now in the league, we have the top 3 teams. We're 5-1, Bad Hombres, Over Easy, and the Bangkok Ladyboys, and everybody else is just, it's going to be a wild one to fight for those final 3 playoff spots, I think. But then let's look at the Fire. Bangkok Ladyboys, 5-1 now. They picked their first L of the season, 1046.08 points scored. The Flint Tropics, 3-3, 940.48 points scored. Gabon Santo, 2-4, 949.18. And then the Gridiron Throne at 1-5, 791.52. So yeah, man, those are the standings. Again, I mean, it's we have the Juggernaut squads, and then like the rest of it's wide open. Mike, you still have a shot, man. You got to string together some wins, though.
Oh yeah,
you got to make some trades, bro. You got.
All I have to do is win, man. Fuck, I should try that.
All I have to do is win, no matter what. Yeah, bro. You should probably. Chris has a point. You should probably trade, dude. Trading helps.
Make some trades. Oh man.
With that said, let's go over to Chris's Kerner.
All right, let's start at the top. Who the fuck is that guy? And this one's a fucking weird one, dude. Have you ever heard of Anthony Ferkser? Anthony Ferkser? He's a tight end for the Titans. Yeah, exactly. Excuse me, sir. Who the Ferkser is that guy, right? 8 catches, 113 yards, 1 touchdown against the Texans. He put up over 30 points, man. Insane. And I think the Fornicators picked him up because Jonnu Smith went down. So I think he's hoping Jonnu Smith is going to be out for a little bit, and Ferkser takes that Jonnu Smith spot because I know Jonnu's been going off. So yeah, man, Anthony Ferkser.
I think Jonnu came back to practice, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong.
Okay, well, let's hope he doesn't miss any time. The next topic here, the Squanderer. We've already kind of touched on it. Culon Santo. If you would have started Tim Patrick over Preston Williams, you would have won the game. I mean, it was that close.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
Swallow it, bitch. You beat me by 8.1 earlier this season.
What made it worse was that I had Preston Williams to start the season, and he disappointed so many times. But because he recently had a big game, I was like, you know what, I'm going to give him a chance, and I started him against my better judgment, which was to put Tim Patrick in. But
you overthought it, dude.
I overthought it.
All right, the bed shitter of the week. It had to go to McCall Hardman for putting up that goose egg, right? Gesicki also, another bed shitter, another fat old goose egg. And, when I need to find a bed shitter, I know I need to go to your fucking squad, Mike, because I know TY's there, and I know you're starting him, and I know he's still fucking shit in the bed week to week. 1 catch, 11 yards, 2 points. I'm glad you finally made the decision to drop TY's ass, man. I know it was hard because I know you love him, but it was time, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't want
to. What about Aaron Rodgers, man? Bed shitter of the week.
That's a good one as well.
That's another one. Hey, man, there were a lot of bed shitters. Mike Evans. I mean, dude, this could have been the whole episode of bed shitters.
There were a lot of shitty mattresses.
Yeah.
Stunk up in here this week.
A lot of fecal particles floating around the disease
parts.
All right, speaking of fecal particles, the no talent pussy of the week, cross-faded 83.92 points, I think this is his second time, right?
It is.
Getting the no talent pussy. He's in the running to being the no talent pussy of the year. He's in the running. It's 2 weeks now.
You know what's crazy is that he'll score like 90 points one week and then like 180 the next week. You know, like his squad is it's so wild.
Yeah, dude. You got to catch him on a good week. All right, we're gonna pour him out. We had a couple injuries. Two Eagles players. Cry, Eagles, cry. Miles Sanders with a knee injury, out 1 to 2 weeks. Start your Boston Scots. Hopefully he has a better week than he had in week 1. And then Zach Squirts, ankle injury, out for a month. This kind of sucks for Zach Ertz because he's in a contract year and he's having a very shitty year. Yeah. I think he's got 1 touchdown for the year. I think he's got like 170 yards total for the year. This has been a bad year for Zach Squirts. I think you predicted it.
He's on a team that's ripe for rebuilding, so that's never a good thing when you're trying to get a contract.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone, man. And I know, Tom. I know he burned you last year, man, but it looks like he's keeping it up this year.
He's just. I don't think he has like the physical traits that some of the other tight ends do. You know, he's not a particularly fast guy. He's not really great at blocking either. He was just kind of like a possession tight end, and he's getting older. So I mean, that's how it goes, man.
And let's pour one out for the last undefeated team to go down, the Bangkok Ladyboys. His O is gone. There will be no perfect season. Pour one out for that guy. He had a good run. He had a
great run.
Solid.
And the big cock on the block, our very own Las Vegas United, 183.44 points.
Bro, you just edged out your wife for this.
Bro, it was almost we almost renamed the segment to the Big Hen in the Hood, bro, because she almost beat you. She almost got you.
She wanted it to be called. If she would have won, what would you want? Big bitch on campus or something, right?
Big bitch on the block, or.
Oh man. But yeah, no, I just edged her out. I think Kenyon Drake had that crazy run at the end of the game that just sealed the deal. And so that's what did it for me. After Gasecki gave me that goose egg, I was like, you know what? Because at the start of it was like halftime of the first round of games, the lunchtime games, and I was like, you know what? I have a good chance of scoring a lot of points this week. And then Gasecki gave me a goose egg, and I was kind of disappointed. And then Kenyon Drake went off, so that's all I needed, man. But man, I think I've just made some trades to make my team better, and I think I'm looking at it now, and I'm satisfied with where I'm at, and I think I can compete now.
Yeah, I think you doubled your season total with 1 week as far as points scored. but yeah, going forward, man, your team after those trades you made, going forward, your team looks pretty scary, man.
Well, by the way, you said
they can stay healthy.
Yeah, you said this is a costume, bro, but I just dress like this sometimes. I grew up on a farm. So I think everybody knows that. Anyhow, let's take a look at the Week 7 matchups. Peaky Blindside 3-3 faces Dem Lions, who's also 3-3. This is a big matchup. We're in the middle of the season where, if you start racking up some L's, you're going to fall out of contention.
Let's see. You guys got? Sorry. Peaky. I'm sorry. I was looking at my score because I have a team playing right now. Yeah, the Peaky Blindside dude. Deshaun Watson against the Packers. I don't know, man. The Packers aren't as scary on defense as they used to be. I think he can have a decent game. He's starting Devonta Freeman.
Aren't they on bye this week?
No. They're playing. They're playing this week, bro.
I'm looking at the wrong week, I guess.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong one.
Deshaun Watson against Green Bay. I mean, I think Deshaun will have a solid game against Green Bay. I don't think he'll score 50. But
here's the thing. Do you think Matthew Stafford against Atlanta is going to be able to put up the similar numbers? Because I mean, we all know that Atlanta defense is terrible, and it's going to be a shootout.
I think he can cancel Deshaun out potentially.
Right. Yeah, I think that'll be a high scoring game for sure.
Stafford really hasn't had a great year thus far. I think he hasn't thrown for over 300 yards in a game yet, but this is definitely the week to do it.
Dude, I don't even know, man. I'm looking at these squads, and it's so close, dude. I mean,
they're both 3-3. Go figure, man. Hey, go figure, bro.
I think, shit, man. The X factor is just Juju, dude. I mean, god damn, if he could just have a decent game, I think he'll put him over the top. Put them Lions over the top. But
yeah,
Tennessee's secondary is questionable as well. So
for sure.
I think Juju has a chance of doing some damage. We'll see.
And you know what, dude? I'm gonna go with them Lions because also he's starting the Bills defense against the Jets, bro. They might put up 20 points, bro. They might put up 20 points.
30.
That's a bully game right there for sure.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So it's I'm gonna go with them Lions, dude. He's just got his team. It looks like has the better matchups this week.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna root for them Lions because fucking the Peaky Blindside's in my division and he's on the 3-game winning streak here. We gotta slow his roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them Lions as well, even though he's in my division. I think that you have Mike Davis, who's been playing decent. He didn't have that great of a week this past week, and I don't think he'll have a great week this week against New Orleans. In New Orleans, they got a pretty good rush D. And then I think the X factor for them Lions right now is Will Fuller. If Deshaun keeps throwing the ball the way he's been throwing it, Will Fuller is his main man, and he's been going off. So I think I'm gonna go with them Lions.
I think I'm gonna go with them Lions as well. I really think Stafford's gonna have one of, if not his best week of the season. So
his career,
his career.
His career. Bro, post Bob Will Fuller is a fucking thing, right? I mean, like that's fucking.
Suddenly he can catch.
Suddenly his hamstring doesn't hurt anymore. He's cured, man.
Yeah, who you got,
Marlon? I'm not sure, man. Actually, I mean, it seems like the tougher matchups are on Peaky's end of the table. Although he's projected to win it, but I mean we've seen how many points quarterbacks rack up against Atlanta. It's pretty ridiculous, and it's like a for sure thing that Matt Stafford's gonna have a good week. As far as the rest of his squad, though, I'm not sure, man. I don't have too much confidence on Juju. Will Fuller, he seems to be the favorite for sure, but. I think I'm going to go with them Lions as well, just because of the matchup with Atlanta. Matt Stafford's not a bad quarterback. We'll see.
All right. Cool. So that's that matchup. Next, we're looking at CrossFaded, who fell to 2-4 against Mike, the Gridiron Throne, who's now 1-5. So Toilet Bowl Part 2, huh, Mike?
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is my I have the bye week blues this week. I have 6 players on bye, so I'm definitely playing the B team of the C team of my B team. I got offered a trade today, but I couldn't go through with it. Dem Lions offered me Juju and Schultz for Adam Thielen, and Thielen has probably been the best player on my team, so I just couldn't go through with that. So I'm not 100% confident, but I'm hoping I get a win. I'm hopeful.
Yeah, I think this is the first week you don't start Lamar, so you just have to hope. Cross your fingers that somebody goes off, honestly, dude. Because CrossFaded has Breeze back. Kamara's going up against Carolina, who gives up a ton of points to running back. Mike Evans, I don't know. Mike Evans, to me, I think both of his receivers are kind of in that same boat. Keenan Allen and Mike Evans are both. I guess maybe Mike Evans is more touchdown dependent now that Brady's taken over.
Right.
Keenan Allen's fine if he's healthy. But yeah, he has look at David Johnson against Green Bay. That's something to look out for as well. So sorry, Mike, I'm going to have to go the CrossFaded.
Yeah. I think
that's buys are just too much, man,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree, dude. It's hard to overcome those buys, dude. I mean, goddamn, Thielen and Lamar being out on the same week. I mean, it's almost like a good thing though, so that you have both of them for the rest of the year. You know what I mean? Like just fucking take it this week. But
win 5 games straight. You'll be all right, dude.
Yeah. I mean, crazier things have happened, man.
Yeah,
but when you've got Kamara against Carolina, dude, that fucking defense is shit, man. Kamara's gonna fucking tear them up, and I just don't see anybody on your squad that you're starting that can offset that. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be fucking hard.
It's just the matchups too, man. They're pretty rough. Like Henderson's going up against Chicago, Edelman against San Francisco.
Yeah,
it's just the matchups are rough.
Yeah,
cross-faded, man. Gotta go with them.
I'm gonna have to go cross-faded also, just because so many of your good guys are on bye. So
yeah,
it's heartbreaking to see.
That's on you. That's on you for drafting them. That's on you. Just kidding.
What round? Second? Huh? Second? Oh, okay. Second round. All right. That'll be an interesting matchup. Hey, but Mike, hey man, if you take a win, I mean, like we said, stranger things have happened, and you never know, man.
Yeah.
He only scored 84 points last week, so
he only scored. Let's not get carried away. You're right. He only scored it. You fucking outscored him last week.
He's
been do it again.
I was gonna say he's been under 100 like twice, I think, this season. So
yeah. Which is crazy to think of with that squad that he was under 100 twice. That's a fucking squad he's got, man. Yeah. Holy shit! So, keep an eye on that matchup.
Just cross your fingers, turn a candle on or something, man. We'll see. You never know. The next matchup is Flint Tropics, who's now 3-3 against Vino Poppies, also 3-3. So this is the second matchup where two 500 teams meet up. Who do you guys got?
Oh man. Look here. I'm gonna look. Well, he's got Michael Thomas in his starting lineup. Vino Poppy does, but
he didn't practice today, right?
He tweaked his hammy a little, so he might not play.
He's also got Claypool. Claypool's obviously he's having his moment right now. So
yeah, I like Claypool. He's doing well, and then CeeDee Lamb has been like doing really pretty good, solid for a rookie wide receiver. He's been performing. And
Russell's back from his bye week, so I think I'm going with Vino this week. I think it'll be a close game though, for sure.
Yeah. I gotta go too.
You going with him? Okay, so I think I haven't really. I'm gonna pick Flint, man. I'm gonna say Flint's gonna take it. Just because I want Vino to lose so I can catch him.
Yeah. But you gotta see, like, Tannehill's got that rough.
He's got a tough matchup. Yeah. But he's got Terry McLaurin against Dallas. That's a good matchup for him. Boyd against Cleveland. And Godwin's back, and I think Godwin's like finally healthy. Last week he looked a little bit, but I think he should be good to go this week against the Raiders.
But Mixon, Joe Mixon, he started Joe Mixon, and I think Joe Mixon has a foot injury. I don't know if he's gonna miss. He might not miss the game, but he's probably not going to be 100% going into the game.
You know what? I want Flint to win, but I think I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go with Vino. I think he's definitely just got better matchups all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who you got, Marlon?
I've got Vino, man. So it was Vino PPs. Then it was Vino Pap Smear.
Yeah.
We need to figure out a new one. I was trying to do one right now, but
if he gets the win this week, he'll be Vino Poppies again.
Yeah.
Vino Poppies. Yeah, man. There's too many things up in the air for Flint. I think as far as like key players and Godwin and Mixon, and I think Vino's gonna get it for him. He's looking a lot better. But who knows, man? Who knows?
And he gets Russell Wilson back this week.
He gets Russell Wilson. Yeah.
So that's a good one though. It's a good matchup. We'll see. Yeah. Flint Tropics I think he's lost 2 or 3 straight now, so he's got to do something. I mean, McCaffrey comes back in 2 weeks, I believe. But we'll see how that goes. Flint Tropics again is 3-3. Venus Penis is 3-3 as well. The next matchup is the Bad Hombres, who's 5-1. An intra-cartel matchup against Culon Santo, who is 2-4. Both of y'all, man. How are y'all feeling going into it?
I'm feeling not confident, man.
Dude, you know what? It's I'm projected to win, but we know these projections are kind of shitty. I'll tell you what, man. Kyler Murray against Seattle. That's a fucking scary matchup there for me. You know what I mean? Like, I think Murray could definitely get 50 points there. I can see it happening.
Seattle, they don't have the defense they used to, man. So you can put up points against Seattle.
Yeah. Oh, Seattle's defense is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and the other funky thing, too, is that I'm starting Josh Allen and you've got Stephon Diggs. So that there could be some canceling out there. Yeah, but obviously receivers are like in a better position for like scoring higher points. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm questionable because I this week I traded Devontae Adams to Tom, because I needed to spread out those points that because I'm just so at a disadvantage in the running back position, just completely dependent on Singletary. He's got a good matchup this week, so hopefully he'll pull through. But I got Kenyon Drake, which crossing my fingers that he'll provide the point deficit that I've had in that position.
I think that Kenyon Drake, man. I mean, like we were talking about last week, he still gets all the volume in the running game, and then Chase Edmonds didn't really have a good game against Dallas, and it was all Drake. So I mean, I think it's definitely positive looking for Drake. I think maybe he he can produce some more games like this moving forward. He just gets his confidence back. I think it's a good. If you were weak at running back, which is why I offered you the trade, I think it kind of helps us both out. But yeah, I mean Singletary has a better matchup this week, definitely against the Jets.
And then so I'm not starting Drake this week just because they were able to. I mean, the only Seattle game that I watched entirely was the one against the Cowboys, and they held Zeke back. Like,
well, dude, I don't know. Zeke's not having his best year.
Well, no, but I mean, you have Ezekiel Elliott up here and Kenyon Drake somewhere down here.
Yeah, somewhere way down there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say way down there, but he's not.
But yeah,
I might start him over Patrick though on the flex.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
But that's a game time decision, dude.
You do, Marlon.
That's a game time decision that I'm doing.
Not exactly.
You know what's rough for you, Marlon? What's rough is the George Kittle matchup with New England Patriots, dude, because they will put Stephon Gilmore on a tight end because they did it to fucking Darren Waller.
Yeah,
and shut him down.
What's up with San Francisco this year, man? Are they good or are they not? Like, they're just too
many injuries, man. I think they're just on defense. They're depleted there. I mean, that's who they are, right? That's their identity. They have one of the best defenses in the league, and they're just depleted on that side of the ball. So their offense has never really been the best. They use their defense to just completely eliminate the other team. And I just feel like, without those key players, Bosa, being one of them. I mean, I just don't feel like they have that same, they can't bring that to the table anymore. So I think San Francisco is very mediocre without the injuries that they've,
I saw somebody meme Jimmy Garoppolo as Two-Face on Twitter last week.
Jesus.
I think that I'm gonna go with bad hombres on this because you've got
going all in, bro. Hey, go all in, dude.
You've got
a chip on the table.
After seeing the Texans last week against Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones is just gonna annihilate that.
Let's hope.
And then also you've got Ronald Jones against Vegas against the Raiders. So it's like that's to me that's the obstacle to overcome this week. Hopefully,
man.
They test positive for COVID, herpes, something, dude.
Something. Gonorrhea, all the above. Dude, Kenny G, man, against Atlanta. I'm excited about that matchup, dude. I think he's going to have a good game there and propel me to victory. So I'm gonna pick myself to win. Marlon, I'm usually on your side, bro. I like picking you to win, but not Cowboys, this week, brother. For those Cowboys, bros.
It would have been so romantic if y'all picked each other again.
Each other, right.
Just bailed on it
for sure.
I'm gonna take Marlon. I think I'm just gonna take Marlon. I think maybe he can pull the upset up, man. Maybe Kyler puts up 50, And maybe Stephon Diggs can put up something similar, 46 points or something like that. I think those two guys are two guys that can just, dude, if he gets two major big games from those two players, you never know.
I'm ripe for the picking, bro. These last 2 weeks, I've been underperforming a little bit, so I'm ripe for the picking. I can get got for sure.
Yeah, Chris, I got you this week. I also need you to win because you'll keep Marlon either one game ahead of me, or if I pull off a win,
there we go.
We'll
Even
record.
Yeah. All right, Mike. I like it, brother.
Yeah. So the next matchup is LVU, myself against the Bangkok Ladyboys. I'm 2-4. Bangkok is 5-1 now. Big matchup, man. It's he's coming off of a loss, and I'm coming off of. Don't call it streak. Don't call it a streak, boys. But I'm looking at it, man, and it's not that bad, man. I think my roster looks a lot stronger than it did a few weeks ago, and I got some key injuries that got cleared up as well. And I'm not saying I'm going to take myself. No, I'm not going to take myself. I'm going all in on the Bangkok Ladyboys, bro. He has an amazing opportunity to win against one of the worst teams in the league right now. I'm definitely taking the Bangkok Ladyboys.
I think Dalvin Cook is on a bye, and Devontae Parker is on a bye for the Ladyboys, and that's going to be hard to overcome, but. You look at his matchups, man. Hopkins against Seattle, Rodgers against Houston. Aaron Rodgers is not going to have two terrible games like that in a row, bro. Yeah. He's going to come out with a fucking
vengeance. He'll have a revenge game for sure.
God, it's going to be close, dude.
I picked the Ladyboys to lose 2 weeks ago, and they proved me wrong. And then I picked them to win last week, and they proved me wrong again. So, Tom, I don't know if you want me to pick you this week, bro.
You can abstain if you want to.
God, dude. You know what? I'm gonna go with you, Tom. I mean, I love the Ladyboys, and he knows it. I'm a fan, but I don't know if he can survive those buys, man. He can't survive not having Dalvin Cook and Devontae Parker. Not when you've got Adams against Houston. If Devontae Adams is healthy, though, it's a big if. But I think he can ball out, man. And then Julio Jones against Detroit. That's going to be a shootout, and then Justin Herbert against Jacksonville. Man, your matchups might be too juicy to pass up on, man. So I'm gonna pick you, man. Las Vegas United. Las Vegas United with an upset.
LVU.
I guess I'll jump in. Yeah, man. I think Ladyboys is gonna have another upsetting week this week. Yeah. I'm hoping that Hopkins is the only one that does well because Kyler Murray is his quarterback.
Right.
But yeah, man. I mean, you've got Devonta Adams, which will neutralize hopefully Aaron Rodgers. The big passes that he makes. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you've got the better matchups, dude. Most of his good guys are like the core of his strongest players.
I don't see outside of Aaron Rodgers. I don't see anyone blowing up for him. I see him having some good weeks, but not great weeks. Other than Aaron Rodgers, I'm pretty sure Aaron's going to have a 40.
He's got Hopkins against Seattle, man. So that's a scary.
That's going to be a good one. Yeah, I think that'll be
Hunter Henry against Jacksonville as well is scary. But he has a player playing close, right now.
He's got Calvin Ridley. But
so I'll tell you all right now, dude, this is the toughest decision I've had to make for a flex player this year. I don't know right now. I have Higgins in starting. I don't know. I just put him in there because I put him in there. But it is between Higgins, Chark, and Deontay Johnson. Now that Johnson's back, and he's going up against Tennessee, and their secondary, like we talked about, is terrible. So yeah, that flex position for me is I don't know who's gonna play there yet. I don't know who I'm gonna decide on. So that one's pretty rough for me at the moment. So yeah. So did everybody cast their ballots?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so like I said, I'm going all in on Bangkok. They should win this easily. The final matchup is over easy 5-1 against the Fornicators 2-4. So over easy had that one hiccup earlier in the season, but she's back to her winning ways. She has Derrick Henry now to add on to that running back core that she has that's nasty. And Julio Jones is back, so if Julio's playing, Matt Ryan looks really good. If Julio Jones doesn't play, Matt Ryan is really, really, really bad. I'm going to go with Breezy.
Yeah, man.
I have to go with over easy too, dude. Derrick Henry is just on a tear right now. I don't see that ending this week. Matt Ryan is, he had a bounce back week last week, and I think he's going to continue. Something about having your coach fired, man. It just sparks all sorts of.
It sparks your offense.
It sparks your offense.
You hear that, Jerry? I love it.
Mike McCarthy, you're fired.
You're gone. Get the fuck out of here. I'm kidding. He'll figure it out.
Hey, man.
Yeah, dude. It's.
I don't know if the head coach is the real problem in Dallas.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Either. For over easy though, let's change the subject real quick. Derrick Henry going up against the Steelers. The Steelers have a great defense. I know they just lost, I think, their second-year linebacker, Devin Bush, who's a beast, man. So, maybe Henry will be able to take advantage of that. The fact that Bush is not going to be playing. He's out for the season, actually. So we'll see how the Pittsburgh defense holds up after losing a key piece of that defense. And I think Henry is almost like matchup proof at this point. Yeah. And so, her, like you said, Tom, I mean, she's got one of the strongest running back cores, if not the strongest running back core of the league, with Chris Carson, Derrick Henry, and Kareem Hunt with Nick Chubb out. I mean, it's such an advantage when you have three, RB1s pretty much. You know what I mean? Like RB1 caliber players. I'm gonna go with her.
One will take you far in the league. Having three is like,
and she also gets Tyler Lockett back as well, who just came off of a bye. So he's going up against Arizona. So that's it. That's potentially a juicy matchup as well. So it's not great for Cooper Kupp, Hayden Hurst, or Derrick Henry, but I think she has some other players in there that can.
But if anybody's gonna beat a fucking giant, bro, if anybody's gonna beat a giant, it's gonna be the Fornicators. Can it be 2 weeks in a row, dude? Can you fucking take out two giants?
We'll give everybody else. I'll remind everybody, and for all the new guys in the league who've since joined, when the Fornicators, who was then Defensor Fortis, won the league a few years ago.
Inaugural season, right?
Well, no, that was Vino Papi's.
Oh, that was Vino. Okay.
So I think it was 3 years ago then. But yeah, so he barely squeaked into the playoffs. He had I think it was just over 500, his record. He barely squeaked into the playoffs. I had a really good record. My team was really, really solid, and he ended up pulling the upset on me. And then Over Easy she always has a good squad. She was in the semis. She met him, and he upset her. And then I actually think that was the final. I'm sorry. He beat Over Easy in the final. So he just came out of nowhere. So, to add on to what Chris was saying, if there's anybody that's going to slay a giant, it's definitely going to be the Fornicators.
Man.
So we shall see.
Upset alert.
Let's hope. Yeah, no, I even though she beat me last week, I think Katie's got it, man. There's just her squad is stacked. Even though the matchups aren't ideal or super favorable, it's not that big a difference matchup wise on the other side. So, but she's got some monster players, dude.
Yeah.
And although I don't think Derrick Henry's gonna have a fucking 60-point game again.
Yeah. He's not gonna have
he might just have a fucking 30-point game.
Yeah.
He might score in this one game what Singletary scored for me the entire season so far.
I think what Chris was telling me, right? You were telling me, right, Chris, about Derrick Henry, how when it gets colder, he gets better.
Oh, it's if you think people don't want to tackle him now, get ready to fucking when it's 20 degrees out. Good luck tackling that motherfucker.
Where's that game? Yeah. Where's that game taking place? What's the temperature this weekend?
Might lose the fucking game, dude.
Can you imagine, bro? Because if you get everybody knows with because when I used to play soccer, that when you got hit by the soccer ball and it was like freezing out, like the ball gets harder, bro. It hurts more. Like, you know, can you imagine this dude's 230 who runs a 4.4 and he's running right at you? Like, you're not gonna, dude. It's gonna hurt, bro. Nobody's gonna want to tackle that guy.
I think I made this joke last week, but I said, would you rather face one Derrick Henry-sized duck or 1,000 duck-sized Derrick Henrys?
Yeah, dude. Fuck that, man. Fuck all that. It's wrong.
I would rather face the one duck.
The one big ass duck. Oh, he might eat you, bro.
Bro, but imagine a bunch of ducks that are Derrick Henry sized. Those motherfuckers will eat you too. At least the other way, you just worry about one.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't know.
Distract the one big ass duck with the bread, and you'll be good.
Yeah.
How much bread do you think like one of those ducks has to eat though? Like, you probably eat a lot of bread.
Man. Yeah, probably like a half a semi trailer. I don't know. That's a shit ton of bread.
Sweet deal, boys. Well, those are the matchups for this week. Like I said, we're in the thick of it. We're right in the middle of the season. You know, these games are super important now. I think everyone kind of has an understanding of what their roster looks like, and they have
rosters and the way they look, dude. I don't know how the hell. I'm looking at your roster now, Tom, and what it was like 3 weeks ago. I don't know how you pulled this off, man. This is crazy. How did you end up with these guys? Your roster looks significantly better. I'm glad I played you when you had your shitty roster, because now your roster looks formidable, to say the least, going forward.
I thought so. Yeah, whenever I started the season, I thought running back was my strong suit. It turned out, you know, Kenyon Drake didn't get going up until this last couple of weeks. He's had 2 solid weeks, and CEH has been looking good past the eye test, but he hasn't been putting up huge numbers until. The first week, I think he put up like 30 points, and then this week he put up good numbers again. But those games in between, Clyde Edwards-Helaire wasn't that great either. Right. But I always knew that my receiving core was and so I felt like I had to improve it, and I definitely think that I have 2 wide receiver ones on my roster now, so it should help me out.
Yeah. Well, you did take a risk on the 2 injury-prone wide receiver ones, but if they stay healthy, I mean, that's what you have to do, though, right? You have to take a risk, and so
you have to, dude. If you roll the dice. The way I look at it, man, if you're not liking your results, you're going to have to make changes. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just sit and hope your team turns it around. You have to make some changes. And yeah, they're injury-prone guys, but when they're healthy, they're amazing. And if one goes down, they still have the other one, right?
Hey, bro, you got to make a move, Mike. Come on, bro. You're running out of time.
Anyhow, good luck to everybody this week. Marlon and Chris, y'all face each other. That'll be a good one. We'll see y'all next time.
Later.